Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Hi, I'm David Spencer. I teach 11th grade English here and AP Lit and American Literature college prep this year. Music, well, I probably listened to a lot of music as a kid, but my older brother, he listened to a lot of like punk rock and grunge in the 90s, and I'd sneak into his room after school. And when my older brother wasn't home, I'd like take out his guitar and plug it into the amplifier and just start messing around and trying to learn Nirvana songs and Smells Like Teen Spirit, Come As You Are, stuff like that. And then as I got older, I just kept learning and playing and got into bands like Weezer and the Smashing Pumpkins and Radiohead. Definitely a 90s kid. There was a band without a bass player, and I had a bass guitar at home, so I was gonna join this band. Our name was Unloved. My way to get in was, I have a bass, you don't have a bass player, can I join? And that was freshman year of high school. So that was a lot of fun, and it was a great way to just like make friends, you know, have a new social network, and haven't looked back since. This outdoor concert we played in 10th grade. It was a Rockin' for Riley benefit concert. Our school hosted certain bands that could raise money for Riley's Children's Hospital. And we played and rocked the socks off of everyone there, and it was like in front of our whole high school. So that was a big, wonderful experience. Some of our songs were like 10, 11, 12 minutes long, so I think we kind of shocked people with how involved some of our songwriting was, because that's kind of what we did every day after school, is just tinker with these songs and make them longer and longer and longer. As soon as I started at Columbus North, because I knew I wrote a song for the play The Crucible back in my band in high school. By then we were called Anti-Hero, and I wrote a song called Church about the Salem witch trials, and it was inspired by my 11th grade English class and studying The Crucible. So I just thought, maybe I'll bring in my iPod and the students can write their own music or do their own creative project, but I thought if I shared it with them, it might make them feel more comfortable to share their work with me. Banging, laughter, giggling, embarrassment, cringe. I'd say all of that's positive though. It's better than no reaction, because being a teacher and just getting blank faces is not good. It's like a courageous, you have to stand in front of people and like you're public speaking every day, so probably just being in front of a classroom and teaching helped me build courage to share that, because I'm not afraid to fail or look silly or look stupid. I think that's a very important skill that a teacher should have. You just can't worry about being embarrassed. Teenagers can be really judgmental, but at the end of the day, you can always try again tomorrow. I am trying to think of a new song to write for The Great Gatsby. Gatsby's my favorite book. It's very hard to put it into like music language, but I've written some lyrics on my phone. I was sort of tinkering with it. I don't have a melody yet, but I'm hoping by the time I teach The Great Gatsby in a few months, I'll have a song ready to go. I don't know what the title will be, but some sort of neat 1920s, thing, and everyone will clap and cheer, and I'll bow, and that's what I'm working on next. It's a dream, and it's an American dream, you might say.
I'm Mallory Gilly.
And I'm Ella Fredber, and we both go to Columbus North High School.
And today we're doing an autocomplete interview. Okay, this one says, where did Mallory Gilly grow up? I grew up in South Carolina.
Okay, it says, where was Ella Fredber born? I was born in Oxford, England.
Yeah. Okay, when did Mallory start playing soccer? I started playing soccer when I was like 5. I don't really know, but I'm pretty sure it was 5.
Pretty clutch. Okay.
Yeah.
When did Ella Fredber start playing soccer? When I was 4.
Okay. What is Mallory Gilly's soccer position? I am the goalie for Columbus North High School.
Okay, what is Ella Fredber's soccer position? I am also a goalie at Columbus North High School. Let's go!
All right, what is Mallory's least favorite part about practice? Definitely the running.
Okay, what is Ella Fredber's favorite movie? Oh, this is different.
Bro.
Probably Probably like the B movie. Oh, no. Kung Fu Panda. It's Kung Fu.
When did Mallory, boy,
Yo, get your nails under it.
when did Mallory move to Columbus? I moved to Columbus beginning of freshman year.
Does Ella Ferber have any pets? I have a cat named Louie, cat named Phoebe, cat named Stevie, dog named Jesse, dog named Muttley, and dog named Dinkus. And then my fish's name is Diddy, and my other one is Bubbles.
Okay, what are some of Mallory's other hobbies? I don't know, like I really don't have any other hobbies except for soccer. Maybe TikTok.
TikTok, yeah, she's a TikTok star.
Yeah.
Okay, what is Ella Ferber's favorite thing about practice? We do these like transition drills and it gets real competitive and stuff. So.
Yeah.
It's like 3v3s, 2v2s, 2v1, and there's like a lot of shots, so we get a lot of practice.
Very good. Does Mallory Gilly have any pets? I have a cat named Jasper.
Really? I haven't seen it ever.
It looks like literally like it's shaved.
Who is Ella Ferber's favorite teacher? Used to be Mr. Simpson, but then he moved to East and he was the dean there. Now I'd probably go with like, Miss Cruiser. Pretty nice.
Shout out Miss Cruiser.
Yeah.
Okay, where does Mallory Gilly get her clothes? Oh, this is a good one. I get my clothes from, I really just thrift all my clothes.
Vintage.
Vintage.
Oh, okay. Okay, Ella Ferber, do a cartwheel. You know, I can do a handstand.
Please do it.
I worked really hard on it. And I could do a cartwheel, but I'd knock over a lot of things and probably fall over in the process.
Right there.
Okay, you next. Yeah.
Where did Mallory Gilly go to elementary school? I went to elementary school in South Carolina called Jenny Moore.
Okay. What is Ella Ferber's star sign? I'm a Virgo.
Girl. Oh. Okay. Where is Mallory Gilly going to play soccer in college?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm about to put that at the, is Mallory Gilly going to play soccer in college? That's going to be the beginning of my montage.
No, that's actually pretty good. That'd be so good.
Yeah,
Clemson,
bro.
hashtag Clemson.
Yeah, bro.
What, 2023?
Thank you for watching.
My name is Grishma Pitkar and I'm a sophomore at Columbus North High School.
My name is Ishan Mehta. I'm a senior at Columbus North High School.
Exhibit Columbus is a platform where architects from around the world can express their art.
We built a geodesic tunnel, meaning that it's comprised of different sized triangles.
So our project was called Tunnel Vision, and by given the theme of middle cities, we decided that it would be a good idea if we would highlight all the important architectural pieces throughout Columbus.
For example, like you have the library, First Christian Church, the Miller House, notable buildings like that, and just generally significant buildings to Columbus. And on each tile we have a QR code that you can scan with your phone, and it'll pull up a video in both English and Spanish that explains the building's history, when it was built, how it was built, and in some cases why it was built. Earlier I was working on developing a concept for what the future of Columbus will look like, which relates to the design prompt that we were given. But my main part was working on building and designing and modeling the whole future of what Columbus might look like.
So the inspiration, like I said, was to highlight all the important architectural pieces throughout Columbus.
First Christian Church, the Miller House, notable buildings like that, and just generally significant buildings to Columbus. And on each tile we have a QR code that you can scan with your phone, and it'll pull up a video in both English and Spanish that explains the building's history, when it was built, how it was built, and in some cases why it was built. Earlier I was working on developing a concept for what the future of Columbus will look like, which relates to the design prompt that we were given. But my main part was working on building and designing and modeling the whole future of what Columbus might look like.
So the inspiration, like I said, was to highlight all the important architectural pieces throughout Columbus.
Walterman. I am a junior at Columbus North, and I'm going to be talking about barrel racing today. What is barrel racing? So barrel racing is a sport that involves horses, and there's 3 barrels set up, and you can either go to the left or right barrel first, and you do it in a cloverleaf pattern, so the fastest time wins, basically, after you cross the timer. I started barrel racing about 4 years ago. I've had horses all my life, but I just started getting into horses, getting more into them about 4 years ago, and really got an interest in barrel racing. I try and practice as often as I can a week, but I have another job, so I work a lot. So right now it's just about 2 or 3 days. Well, generally the season for it is like spring through fall. It kind of dies down a little bit in the winter, but some people do choose to do year-round barrel racing. There's not really particularly an age limit. I know some people that as soon as they could walk, they started training horses, but generally kids don't start barrel racing on their own till they're about like 8 or so. A whole race day can go from like 8 a.m. in the morning to like 7 o'clock at night, depending on how big the show is, but generally one run is like about 15 to 17 seconds. I generally just exercise her on a daily basis. I don't try and run the pattern that much at home because it gets them a little bit nervous since she's already pretty much trained on it completely. They're currently kept at my house. I prefer to keep them there if I can, but sometimes that's not always an option, so you have to board them.
My name is Colby Levins, and I'm a sophomore at Columbus North. The name of my band is Treasured. My role in the band is guitarist and lead vocalist. We all kind of started the band, mostly Fisher and Brennan, because I didn't have a say in it. We started this band because we were all talented musicians and we were looking for other people to play with. The band started in late June of 2021. There wasn't really a process to making the band. We just kind of did it whenever we found that there was chemistry between us musically. We don't really have structured practices. We hang out sometimes and bring our instruments with us and just do music together. All 3 of us have very different music tastes, so when it comes to our influences, it's all over the place. Every genre you can think of pretty much. We have had 1 performance at the community downtown block party. Our first performance was really awesome. Fisher and I are both in show choir, and our teacher, Miss Gaffron, she gave an announcement to everybody that we were going to be having this, so a lot of people showed up to support us, and it was really awesome. We choose songs to play depending on how big of a set list we have. Like if there's 6 of them, we each pick 2 songs and then practice them on our own. My biggest supporters have got to be my family and friends for sure. The band's important to me because I've always wanted to have a band since I started playing guitar, except my main problem was I could never really find anybody else that played instruments. But then as time went on, oh, here's a person that plays bass, here's someone that plays drums, and it just kind of came together. There's a fun story to how we got the band name. I actually had no say in it at all. I was on a family vacation up northeast while Fisher and Brennan were student leaders at the church's VBS, which was called Treasured. So they decided, oh, how funny would it be if we named the band Treasured and didn't tell Colby about it. So they made a full-on Instagram page and everything and didn't tell me about it just to see how long it would go till I found out about it. And it lasted about a week till after church one day, our youth minister, Adam Smith, comes up to us and he says, so, when am I going to get to see Treasured live? And I said, what?
I'm Ryan Clulo, and I am a senior. I first started Nomad when about 3 or 4 years ago. Nomad is an art organization. It's kind of supposed to uplift youth making art in the community and just kind of boost the culture, I guess. There's a couple different things you have to do pretty far in advance, and just kind of getting vendors and bands together and getting a poster together and releasing it in the due time. And a lot of it is just getting supplies and resources together for the show itself and just making sure everyone's ready and everyone's on the same page. Just communication mainly. I'm pretty happy with how Nomad on the 4th went, so I think it's a good one to get back into the season of things and start doing it again. There isn't a certain genre that defines Nomad, I guess. We kind of associate ourselves with acts from all different genres, but as of late, we had our opener, Anything Goes, producing out of kind of a Midwestern emo genre. We had Columbus Vintage Con Artist and Strawberry Sundance Jewelry. All three are just high school students from the southern Indiana area, and all had something pretty unique to bring to the table.
My name is Ethan Lax.
My name is Evan, and I am in 12th grade. All people that help out are me, Ethan, Ryan Clulo, man who sets up Nomad, great guy. And then you have Will Holiday, Aaron Kreider, Colin Pruitt, but he just moved away. And then sometimes we have other people tag along and take pictures with us.
Columbus Vintage is an online curated shop where you can get vintage clothes.
I think the Columbus Vintage is a great thing because it's like recycled clothes pretty much, and with some other like thrifted clothes pages, they sell stuff for a very expensive price, but we try and keep it to where it's easy for a teenager to buy.
I started my freshman year when my mom told me I had to get rid of clothes because I was thrifting too much. Nomad is a high school ran art and music event that goes on once a month.
I prepared well for this one. Ethan hasn't been here, so it's basically just been up to me. So I just had to, I tagged some clothes and then also hung up a bunch of clothes and got together tents and all that stuff. I expect tonight to go great, other than the weather, because surprisingly it's very rainy out and windy, so if everyone still wants to show up, that'd be great.
My name is Maisie.
My name is Sadie Schmidt. Business is Strawberry Sundance. We sell jewelry.
Started during quarantine when we both didn't really have anything to do and we wanted a little extra money, so we thought we would just like start our own little business, and then it just picked up from there.
I became part of Nomad because Maisie and I, the owners of it, we know Ryan from camp, and so he knows that we have a jewelry business, and he asked if we wanted to be a part of it. We started it last March, and so it's been a kind of a slow process.
Hi, my name is Kaelyn Pruitt. I'm a sophomore at North High School, and I like to bake. I have been baking since I was little. I've always kind of grown up in the kitchen, but recently I started doing it independently. Over vacation, I enjoyed watching the Food Network channel and all of the baking shows, and it looked really fun, so I thought it would be cool if I could get into that too. I bake a lot of treats. I do cookies, brownies, cake pops, cake, cupcakes. I just do a lot of things, and I like to try a lot of new recipes and stuff that I see online. I think it is very important to remember each ingredient because it's vital to making the good dessert and to follow the recipe. But if I do forget the ingredients, I will try to substitute and make it work. I do not have a partner. I started it, and which makes me an entrepreneur, but my mom helps me. She's my sous chef, so she helps me clean up. My idol in baking is Duff Goldman. He runs the Kids Baking Championship show, and I really enjoy that show, and I follow him on Instagram and have his cookbook. The benefits of baking is it's my passion and it makes me happy, and I also get to share the treats with my friends and then make their day. I would describe baking as fun, but also stressful at times because if I mess up or if it's just like a long process. I do think I have a future in baking. I really enjoy it and do it a lot, so I decided to start my own business, and with that I have been preparing for the future and investing my money to go to culinary school or to maybe one day own my own bakery.